Welcome to the Mailbag
This is
Takeover Show
WWE Superstar
here on the
Drew
WWE
McIntyre.
Podcast.
You're listening
with your host,
WWE
Mr.
Podcast.
Cameron.
This is Cash Wrestling Fan.
And today, guys, we're going to give you an original episode. That's why we're going back to our roots. Back when we did Mailbag Takeover Show. So I'm going to give you an original WrestleMania Mailbag Takeover Show right here on the WWE Podcast. And just want to say, shout out to DJ Kuzmo, shout out to Michael Ritter, shout out to, guess what, Trash Man Twitty, and guess what, guys, this is the original episode, so I don't have none of my normal stings, is what my guy said, Ritter, we call them stings, what do you call them, drops, whatever you call them, sound effects, I guess is the best terminology for it. So you're going to get original audio, no edits, no cuts, but drop a bomb for those guys, but we don't have any bombs. So on Good Morning WWE, we got plenty of bombs for you. But guess what? We're going to start off with our predictions, Vegas favorites. And we're going to tell you who we think is going to win. That's right. It's an original Mailbag Takeover Show, and we give you our predictions. We give you Vegas favorites. We tell you if Vegas agrees with you. We tell you if we agree with you when we read your letters. So we're going to hop right into that. So, babe, let's look. We're going to start off with night one. So, now, guys, I don't know if you guys been watching, but on ESPN First Take, they released the matches, supposed matches and match orders, and they said that, now what this means, I don't know, but they said that John Cena versus Austin Theory for the United States Championship match is going to headline night one. What that means, I don't know. It's up for interpretation. But that's the first match on the list. So Austin Theory versus John You Can't See Me Cena for the United States Championship. Babe, who you got? Who wins it?
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory, you think so?
Yeah.
All right. Guess what? I agree with you. I'm going to go Austin Theory. It's a tough pick because guess what, guys? You know, everybody knows a rumor floating around that John Cena may win and then do an open challenge and drop it again on Raw. So that's out there, but I do think Austin Theory will eke out the win. And right now, Austin Theory is the Vegas favorite. So, hey, I guess that's almost a lot. That normally would be a lot, guys, but guess what? It's John Cena. You can never count him out. I'm not a John Cena fan, but guess what? I do respect the man and what he's done for the business.
I do too.
Let's keep it moving. What's next, babes?
Flair versus Ripley.
Uh-oh, we got Charlotte,
dun, dun, dun.
the Queen Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And who you got, my love?
Well, I have Riptide.
There it is.
Ripley.
Rhea Ripley. And, you know, guys.
She's a favorite, too.
That's right. She's the Vegas favorite. Odds is on Rhea right now. But this is a hard one because, as you guys know, you know, Charlotte Flair is Miss Main Event. I mean, she beat Ronda last year just to drop it to a backlash. You know, I could see them saying, well, hold on, let's let Charlotte get the big win at WrestleMania and then let Rhea get it at the pay-per-view. But I think Triple H will make the right decision and give it to Rhea. So I'm going Rhea with this one. Rhea's your Vegas favorite right now. So is that a lock? Well, guess what? Charlotte Flair is in it, so we can never say that's a lock. You know, sometimes the person that's in it decides if it's a lock. So it's not a lock on this one. So let me see what else we got over here. The next match, you got We the Ones, the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And that's for your undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. Mrs. Casual Wrestling fan.
Yeah.
You got to give it to me straight now. We love the Usos. We love the Usos. We love the bloodline. We the ones. But guess what? Here on the Mailbag Takeover Show, we give our predictions. Not what we want to happen, but what we think is going to happen. We give spoilers, in my opinion, but we not Paul Heyman. But let's get it. Usos versus KO and Sammy. Who you got?
I think we both agreed on Sammy and KO.
Sammy and KO, there it is. And that's right. We do both agree because Sammy and KO, I think, is the pick. You know, I hate for me to say it, you know, honestly, because if I'm booking, the Usos will keep it. I'm just saying, that's just me. But I do understand the storyline, and I understand the story that Triple H is trying to sell here. So, yes, I can go KO and Sammy. And KO and Sammy is huge Vegas favorites. I mean, so I really think we're going to get a title change in this one, guys. And, you know, look forward to a good, dramatic match. Then, once again, we're still on night one. We got Becky, we got Lita, we got Trish versus Damage Control. And, you know, if you guys listen to our town hall we had, that's a snore fest. You know, honestly, it's a lunchable break, as people says. But guess what? We're going to talk about our predictions. So, Mrs. Casual Wrestling Fan, who do you got in that one?
We got Becky and
That's
her
right.
team.
The Becky team. Team Bex. There
Team
you go.
Bex.
Right, I like that. Team
The
Bex.
big Bex.
Because that's a lot of people to try to explain every time you read the match. You know, obviously, I think the faces go over here. You know, I don't really look forward to a good match. I mean, unfortunately, but hey, it's WrestleMania. So, let's keep it moving, Miss Casual Wrestling Fan. What's the next one on the list?
Well, we have Seth versus Logan Paul. Ooh, that's a good one.
Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
That's right.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm big on Logan right now.
Who
I love this heel Logan, and I pick Seth. I mean, all day long. I mean,
yep.
Burn It Down.
Agreed.
They're gonna be singing his song.
Agreed.
He's the Vegas favorite.
Agreed.
Now, this one's different. Is this a lock? Have we finally got to a lock? It's not a lock? You think Logan Paul has a chance?
I think he has a shot.
He's got a chance. So you heard it here first. Miss Casual fan gives him that one chance. I don't think so. I think it's almost an automatic zero. Almost. But I do think he's got a chance. I give you that. You can't say zero. So guess what, guys? That's not a lock either, man. We'll let you know when we get to a lock. All right. So next we got. We got the match that everybody's been wanting, even though some people don't. But that's okay. We got Rey Mysterio versus Dom.
His son,
flesh and blood.
Yeah.
And this has been brewing over a year, guys. So I'm going to give him that for the longevity of the feud, to draw it out. I like it. I'm high on it. Good job on Triple H. This has that Undertaker vibe to it. You know, the Undertaker Kane vibe in a way, because it's family, you know, and I'm here for it. Rey's retiring, which is kind of sad that Dom can't induct him, but who you got on the match? Let's get to the point. Why we here? Rey versus Dom. Who you got in this one?
Oh, well, we never came up with a prediction for that one.
We didn't?
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, well, I got
on the
Dom.
spot.
I got Dom.
Give me Rey.
You want Rey?
Y'all heard that. I said Rey. I sure
But
did.
there it is. Give
He
me
gonna
Dom.
retire on top.
And,
Watch.
And Dom's the Vegas favorite right now.
Yeah.
And there you go. A Miss Casual Wrestling fan, she says it's Rey. I'm saying it's Dom. So guess what? We're going to find out on night one. Is it the father or is it the son? Then we got, oh Lord, we got a lot, guys. Get ready. You got Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. Lord have mercy. We got all them teams.
That's a lot of personalities.
And guess what? I don't like it when they throw teams or matches together just to get people on the card. But real quickly, give me Braun, give me Rick for the win. It's the Baldies. The Baldies for the win, babe.
Yeah.
Who you got? You got the Baldies for the win?
Yeah.
There it is. The Baldies. They winning, guys. They on top. All right. So we're going to go straight to night two, guys. Let's keep it moving. You got Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the head of the table, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Almost 1,000 days. We're still ticking. Versus Cody Rhodes. This is a match. It's for all the gold. And guess what? Well, hold on. I'm not going to break the news first. We're going to start off easy. Miss Casual Wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Do you got Roman Or do you got Cody?
Okay. Well, I have Roman.
There it is. Roman Reigns. So you said Roman Reigns and retains.
I do, and this is why I feel like they're just going to give the world another reason to be upset. Because now he's still champion.
That's right.
And no offense, if you guys like consider how Cody, carries himself and his characteristics of his ego and stuff, like he's really like a very nice person in a way.
Yeah, he can take a loss.
He could take a loss like that and still end up being humble and trying to shake his hand and all that good stuff. Like I can see this happening.
Yeah,
and
totally agree.
It'd probably be a shock to some. And probably just unnecessarily wanted. But I do see it happening. So I see Roman retaining just to make the universe a little more angrier at him.
And I'm pretty sure they will be. And
I can see Cody just being a man about it.
I totally agree. I think Roman Reigns retains. I think, honestly, guys, we're going to get a whole lot more time on Roman. We got, but the kicker here is Cody. Cody is the favorite. Cody's a pretty nice Vegas favorite right now. So Vegas is saying it's Cody. He's saying get ready. We're going to change the world. But I don't know. I think hold on. I think we got a little bit more Roman left. Next, we got Bianca versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship.
That's great.
And, I think that's a really good match. I don't think it's been built properly. But regardless, I'm going to tell you my pick, and then Ms. Kaz Wrestling can tell you her pick. I picked the EST or WWE, Bianca Belair, to reign and retain on her the day that she won it last year, a year of being champion. I think she keeps the strap. What about you, Ms. Kaz Wrestling?
Tag me in because I'm riding right with you.
There it is.
Bianca Belair.
Bianca for the retain. And right now, by a small edge, Asuka is the favorite, but it's very slim. It's almost pick 'em. So that's a great match on tap. Get ready for that one.
Yeah.
Then next
it's gonna be a really good match.
It is. Then next we got Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship. And Miss Kaiser Wrestling fan, I think we came to our first lock of the night.
Have we?
I think this one's a lot.
This is a lot?
I think it's Gunther.
You think it's Gunther?
Do you think it's Gunther?
I think it's Gunther.
And guess what? Vegas thinks it's Gunther.
Oh.
And guess what? I think that's a lock. I think we can lock that in, guys. So let's lock in Gunther. I think he's the winner on this one. Don't you?
Yeah.
There it is. Then next, we got Edge versus Finn. Hell in a Cell. Miss Casual Wrestling fan, who you got?
Well, honestly, the Demon King.
There it is.
Finn Balor, of course.
Guess what?
Come on. Who would go against him? Come on.
Hey, guess what? I got Finn to get you in.
Yeah.
And Finn is the Vegas favorite. So did we get our second lock of the night?
We got it.
I don't know, though. You don't give Edge no chance? You think that's zero chance?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we want to be done with...
He's done.
Our rumor, guys, Gangrel might be coming out with Edge.
Oh.
They said he's in Vegas. I mean, not Vegas, in L.A., excuse me. They said he's in L.A. So, we'll see.
Really?
All right. Next, we got Brock Lesnar versus Omos in a spectacle match. Who you got, Miss Kaz Wrestling fan? Straight to the point.
I got Omos.
Omos for the win?
That's right. You heard me.
All right, give me Brock. Give me Brock Lesnar. F5. He gonna give him a couple of them in 1, 2, 3. Right now, Brock's your Vegas favorites. And next up, Miss Kaz Wrestling fan. What's next?
Liv and Raquel versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna versus Sonya and Chelsea Green.
Lord have mercy. That's a lot of names.
And guess what, guys? This match was so sporadic that they had no odds.
Yeah, they don't have no odds
whatsoever.
You guys don't want to bet on it. That's the point.
No, please don't.
So,
don't waste your time.
Let's get straight to our picks. Who you got?
Me personally said Natty and Shotzi.
Oh, okay.
Natalia's been kind of like, on a winning streak here and there, so I can see it happening at WrestleMania for her.
Yeah, maybe she get one.
It is LA.
Give me Ronda and Shayna. I think they're gonna pull it off.
Okay.
And do it big. So those are your Vegas, and make sure that's all of them. Yep, that's all of them. Those are your WrestleMania matches. Those are our picks.
Woohoo.
Those are the Vegas odds. And guess what, guys? Now it's time for the takeover. And we're going to get first up. We're going to jump right in to our guy. You heard him on our show. Good Morning WWE. None other than DJ Kuzmo. And guess what, guy? We're going to hop straight into your letter. In 3, 2, 1.
The wait is over. The wait is over. It is time. It is time for the return of the Mailbag Takeover Show with host for the most, Mr. and Mrs. Casual Wrestling Fan and the Takeover Wrestling Crew.
That's us. Woohoo!
How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
It feels like we just spoke last week on y'all.
Didn't we?
Monday morning show.
Mm-hmm.
Crying, laughing emojis.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. I can't wait for WrestleMania. It's time for this event to take place. Let's find out who wins and loses. And then WrestleMania goes away. Until next year in Philly, WrestleMania 40. But what's going on with Bobby Lashley?
Right?
It's like he's been a non-factor for a long while now.
Thanks to Bray.
Since after his feud with Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he wins that Andre the Giant Battle Royale this Friday on SmackDown.
That's what I said, Kuzma.
But what does winning this Battle Royale actually mean?
Nothing.
In my opinion, the winner of this Battle Royale should have a singles title match of their choosing of the US, IC, or Roman's titles. Just saying, but not enough said.
Mm-hmm. It should have some significance, I say that.
Anyway, let's get to it. Kuzmo's WrestleMania 39 predictions and spoilers.
Let's go, LA.
By the way, I'm sticking with these predictions that I previously mentioned on y'all morning show. So come at me if you dare. LOL. Let's go.
Well, guess what, guy? I'm changing mine. I've changed mine since, and guess what? When we made the show, you heard me say this is subject to change. And guess what? I changed a few of my picks, didn't you, babe?
That's right.
That's right. Let's go.
Number 1, Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. I'm booking Rollins for the win. After 3 straight devastating WrestleMania losses to KO, Cesaro, and Cody Rhodes, Rollins finally gets his redemption and builds on from that.
Yeah, it's bad you got to be the guy that only had 3 matches in WWE, right?
Yes.
But yeah, I think here, we agree with you. Vegas agrees with you. I think that match is almost a lot. So, yeah, good pick.
Number 2, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. I'm booking Charlotte to win and retain. Sorry, Rhea fans, crying, laughing emojis.
And guess what, guy? I ain't gonna lie, that's not a bad pick. I don't agree with you. No, excuse me. Let me take that back. I didn't pick what you picked, but I do agree with your sentiment, and I agree why you picked that, because I think Charlotte's got a good chance of winning too. So, good pick, Kuzmo. Let's keep it going.
3, Brock Lesnar versus Omos. I'm booking Omos for the win. Enough said on that, laughing face.
Lord have mercy. Well, Miss Casual Wrestling Fan, you ain't alone.
No, I'm not, am I? Thank you.
Well, there you go. Miss Casual Wrestling Fan agrees with you.
Number 4, the Women's Tag Team Showcase match.
We're not reading all that. Just get to his pick.
Okay.
Sorry, Kuzmo.
Let me scan
you
for
get
you,
it.
Kuzmo.
You get it, right? Did he? I mean, if he talked about it, then read it. Or did he just list?
He's booking for Shayna and Ronda to win.
There it is. I picked that.
Woo.
So I'm sorry, Kuzmo, but you understand. And anybody else who wrote them long, we're not reading that. I'm sorry. Keep going.
5, the Men's Tag Team Showcase match. I'm booking the Street Profits
Ooh.
for the win. as Kuzma would say.
Street profits. Street profits.
How do you feel about that?
Like I said, Kuzma, you ain't said a pick. I'm mad at you.
Yeah, I ain't mad at him.
I ain't pick Rick. I didn't pick Street Profits, but guess what? That'd be my number 2.
Right. 6. The 6-woman tag match. I don't know. The team of Becky Lynch, Lita Andrews for the win. Another lunchable break for Reed Laughing Face.
Hey, I totally agree with you, man. We agree with you,
man.
Vegas
totally.
agrees with you.
Hands down.
Trash Man Twitter agrees. That's lunchable.
Probably.
Hey, we locked in. Let's go.
7. Son versus father. Dom the ex-con.
Ex-con Dom.
I love that. Versus Ray the Mysterio. I'm booking Ray for the win.
Oh, wow.
And potentially his final WrestleMania match. I agree, Kuzmo.
Guess what I was going to say? He agreed with you again. He getting some love.
And that's crazy. And I have not seen these emails up until now.
No,
literally.
We fresh.
This is hilarious. I love it. All right, number 8. Let's keep it going. Edge versus Finn Balor, a.k.a. the Demon Hell in a Cell.
That's right.
I'm booking. For Edge to win this match. To finally close off this feud.
Oh, Kuzma? I don't know about to see. Now, Kuzma, the only reason why I'm not going to go against you on this one.
Okay.
Because every time we pick JD, they lose. Every time we go against JD, they win.
Though.
So I'm not even mad at you on this one.
I still got to pick Finn though.
Yes, Finn still get you in, but guess what? The last time we picked Finn, what happened? He was counting the lights. Yeah. And then the last time we picked Edge, what happened? He was counting the lights.
All right, valid point. Number 9, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. I'm booking Bianca for the win.
Hey, Kuzmo, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Kuzmo. Let's go.
We are not ready for Asuka as champion.
Hell no. And guess what?
Sorry, y'all.
Get ready for another long Bianca retain. Because guess what? All the people listening, I don't care. Give me 30 seconds. All the people listening, you mad at Bianca and say, I'm tired of her being champion. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. But guess what? Tell me one person better than her. And don't say Rhea because you're going against Charlotte. Outside of Rhea Ripley, who else you want to see hold the belt?
That's a good question.
I'm waiting. Let's go.
Number 10, Gunther versus Sheamus.
Gunther
versus Drew McIntyre. Triple threat for the Intercontinental title. I'm booking for Gunther to win and retain and continue his dominant reign as Intercontinental Champion.
I think that's a lot, Kuzma. We totally agree with you, man. Great pick.
Yeah.
Let's rock.
I agree, man. 11, Austin Theory versus John Cena for the United States Championship. I'm booking for Austin Theory to win and retain.
We totally agree with you, man. Too. I don't like John Cena. He a punk ass.
Yeah.
And tell him I said that.
I don't care.
How about that?
Anyway, 12. The Usos versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn.
Okay.
For the Undisputed Tag Team Championships.
What'd he say?
I'm booking for
who?
The Usos to win and retain. Long live the bloodline. And he put up some ones.
Kuzmo, hey, I totally feel your sentiment, buddy. If I'm booking it, I would let the Usos win it, but we picked Sammy and KO.
That's right.
And so did Vegas. You're on the island on this one, buddy. But I like the pick.
I just think they're trying to make the good comeback kid story for Sammy.
And I hate it.
They're going to give him the win, man, and the belt. But anyway, 13. And finally, the main event. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes.
Where you got
for
Koozie?
The undisputed WWE Universal Championship
of the world.
I'm booking for none other than,
let's say it,
the Tribal Chief.
That's right.
The head of the table.
Come on.
Mr. WrestleMania himself.
Back to back to back.
Roman Reigns.
That's right.
To win and retain.
Let's go.
Sorry, y'all.
Holla.
But the road to the 1,000 days must continue with Roman as champion.
Hey, just a speed
Whatever
bump.
happens after that day would be interesting to see what happens to the bloodline and who decides to ditch the group first. He put a sneaky little hush-hush emoji.
Ooh.
Anyway, that's all for now. Have an awesome WrestleMania weekend. This is DJ Kuzma signing off. Peace.
Peace. Stay oozy.
And all the cool emojis.
Ooh, shout out to DJ.
Thank you, DJ. As always, it's a pleasure.
That's right, buddies.
Awesome.
Great letter. We love your picks, man. And guess what? I love to have you back on the show. You can come back anytime. You know what we do, man. We out here 365, takeovers, Good Morning WWE. We do it all.
That's right.
You know, we appreciate you for reaching out, DJ. And I can't wait to talk to you again. So let's move on to our next email. And this one comes to none other than Rocky T. Shout out to Rocky T. And guess what, buddy? Shout out to you. Shout out to your new show. That's right. We've been listening to Wrestle Magic. We out here. So anything we listening. So shout out to you. And we're going to get to your letter in 3, 2, 1.
Checking in once again. It's me. It's Rocky T. Hello again, neighbors. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Casual Wrestling fan.
You know you're a neighbor.
How are you two feeling this WrestleMania week? I know a lot of the WWE universe is on the Cody Rhodes bandwagon.
Boy, they riding hard, baby.
But I have jumped off.
I'm glad. Ooh, come on.
I was originally all for Cody Rhodes dethroning Roman, but that changed when he won the Rumble from the 30th spot. It feels like a shortcut, and honestly, Roman for the win may feel like a sin, but I'm not ready to take my Roman Reigns action figure holding both titles off my shelf.
Hey, that's actually a cool one, man. You may want to go buy it. Well, we got Roman. I could take it from my son, but hey, yeah, keep going. I'm not even going to dissect
Speaking of the Rumble, yes, I was listening when you asked me to clarify if the Alamo Dome, am I saying that right?
Alamo Dome.
Sorry, was 50,000 plus strong a few episodes ago, and yes, it is most certainly was.
Hey, it looked very full in there, you know. So so check one for WWE for being honest. We like honesty. Gotta love honesty.
Now let me give y'all a round of applause for the Good Morning WWE episodes that y'all have been putting out. I enjoyed the first town hall meeting episode. I liked hearing everyone's different perceptions. On that note, you guys are aware that there is a Mrs. Rocky T. And with that being said, I would like to pitch an idea of having the first Good Morning WWE couples episode where I know we could make some wrestle magic.
Hey, I like that pun. Yeah, I shout out your show too, by the way. All right, now let me go on and address that. Speaking of, shout out to Miss Rocky T too. You know,
hey,
we like all the
girl.
couples out there. We love couple love. You know,
of course.
Been married over here, going on 7. Been
together,
7 years. Going on 12.
High school sweetheart. It's been that long. Wow.
Long time. High school sweetheart.
I love you.
This is Bay.
That's right.
But now about you coming on the show, you can come on the show anytime, you and Miss Rocky T. But you can't cut the line because Trash Man Twitty and Miss Kanye Twitty, they've already extended their hand out for a show, so I ain't gonna cut them. But guess what? Maybe we need to do a couples town hall meeting. Maybe we can do that one day. How about
that's
that?
Awesome.
That's
I
a good
like
idea.
idea.
So
Whoa.
we'll keep that on tap. But all right, let's keep going with this letter.
Cool.
And yeah, we can always make some wrestle magic. And hey, I heard your boy shout me out. Keep going before I talk about it. Letter.
And with that little plug for the Wrestle Magic episodes, the newest addition to this WWE podcast, starring the gardener Michael Gross and myself, we will be releasing our second installment titled From Pay-Per-View to PLE in mid-April. Please reach out to me at Rocky's Club 007 on Twitter or Rocky_Trevin 007 on Instagram. And that also goes out to all the listeners if y'all want to talk some ideas for a future Wrestle Magic episode. I'll be in the Discord all weekend long, Hope to hear everyone's lifetime reactions. Last thing to all my heels out there, remember, if you're going to take a cheap shot, do it with class.
There it is.
That's Rocky T.
Shout out to Rocky T. Shout out to you. Shout out to Miss Rocky T.
Hey.
Shout out to both of y'all. Shout out to my boy Michael Gross. I wasn't gonna say it. I ain't gonna take your sting away, but I heard him shout out to Good Morning WWE. Say he want to come on for a show, and I actually got an idea for him to come on to the show. So definitely we're gonna have some Wrestle Magic fun on Good Morning WWE coming up soon. And the Great Mood episodes are pretty good too, guys. So y'all keep pumping them out, and we're gonna keep listening. We fans too, and everybody who listening, go listen to Wrestle Magic. They had a good first episode. Check them out. And we're gonna keep it moving. So shout out to Rocky T. And we're gonna move on to Robert from the WWE Ringside Podcast. So shout out to Robert, and we're gonna get to your letter, sir, in 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon. This is Robert with the WWE Ringside Podcast. I have 3 things I want to talk about with you guys. But first, I want to say this Friday afternoon night, our podcast, we'll be having our prediction episode with a special guest. None other than Mr. DJ Kuzmo.
Shout out, DJ.
So make sure to check that out. You won't want to miss it. Mr. and Mrs. Casual Wrestling Fan, do you guys want to come on someday? Shoot me an email. Now down to business.
Now speaking of, shout out to DJ Kuzmo. Everybody go check out the WWE Ringside Podcast. They got the prediction episode coming up. And guess what, man? I'd love to come on your show. You love going on the show, babe?
Sure.
I'd love to have you on Good Morning WWE.
Of course.
So,
I love that.
I'll shoot your email, buddy, and we'll network. Let's keep going with this letter.
All right, let's do it. Down to business. I wanted to know whose entrance are you guys most looking forward to? For me, it's the Demon Finn Balor or Edge.
Ooh,
I think both of their entrances are going to be really good, as well as Roman's entrance.
All right, hold on.
I agree. I'm looking more forward to Finn.
So let me touch this one. We got to touch this one. Me and Miss Casual Wrestling Fan was talking about this earlier, Robert. It's so funny. So we was talking about music. I want Finn to come out to his new music. Even with the Demon King character, I like the Demon, but I wanted to vibe with the new grad. But Miss Casual Wrestling Fan, he was kind of more impartial to the old one, right?
I can go either way, though.
Okay,
I'm happy either way it goes, because I'm just glad they finally brought Demon King into something.
Yes, it feels good. So,
That's
yes,
all I wanted.
I'm totally excited. So, yes, for me, it'd be Demon. For me, it's going to be Roman. Definitely Roman. Who else, babes? Who's going to have a good intro? Seth Rollins. Seth. Drew
normally has a good intro.
Drew's gonna have a really good one. It's some people that just have good. Seth's gonna be lit. I think Logan's gonna be pretty good. Logan will probably do something. Hold on, we crazy. He said entrance. What's wrong with us? The budget goes to this guy, Cody Rhodes. They're gonna spend $5 million on pyro. So yeah, it's Cody Rhodes. So that would be me, Roman, Cody, Finn. Yeah, right. Top. There you go. Let's lock it in. Let's keep going.
Next, do you think we will see Randy Orton at WrestleMania? If so, how will he be involved? I could see Randy giving an RKO to Cody while the ref's knocked out. Setting up a Roman Cody rematch at a later date like SummerSlam.
Ooh.
And we could get Randy versus Cody at Backlash.
Ooh. Well, see, the only problem with this scenario, if we're going to break it down, that would mean Cody's doing a lot of losing. Cody be doing a lot of losing. But now Randy coming back, I can see that.
Yeah, I see it coming.
I don't know.
Be the special,
I'm kind of 50-50 with it, though. I think it's 50-50. And I would like to see Roman versus Randy. Remember, they were supposed to do that last year for SummerSlam, but Randy got hurt. So, all right, let's keep going. Good job. I like that.
Last thing. I think we will get someone like Bronson Reed winning the Battle Royal. It seems too obvious for Lashley or Knight to win. But with that said, I think there will be a WrestleMania match made from the Battle Royal. I think we will get Lashley versus Knight at WrestleMania. We get something like they eliminate each other, then brawl outside the ring. It's a last-minute way to get them on the card. Lashley did so much this year and deserves a match on the card. So what are your guys' thoughts on that match? Maybe coming out of the Battle Royal. That's all for now. Have a good day.
All right, shout out to Robert from WWE Ringside Podcast.
You.
This is what I will say. Now, I totally agree with your point on this one. Yes, Bobby deserves a match. Yes, Bobby deserves to be on WrestleMania. Yes, Bobby got screwed over by Bray Wyatt. And it ain't his fault. It's not Bray's fault, but I'm just saying. Yes. Now, do I agree that it's obvious that Bobby's going to win it? Yes, but I think Bobby's the obvious choice, and I'm actually picking Bobby to win it. I mean, I'm going to go all the way out. Yes, I know it's normally you don't go with the Ivy, but I'm going there. I feel like they'll give it to Bobby as a consolation because he's not going in the WrestleMania, and it sucks. And yes, they ought to give him more. And it would be great. I like your scenario of them eliminating each other and then Bobby versus LA. I'll take Bronson Reed versus Bobby. I think that would be a new way to introduce Bronson Reed as a big guy to go against Bobby Lashley. Bobby play face, Bronson play heel, and let the big guy show off what he can do against Bobby Lashley. And let Bobby win, ultimately, with a spear, not a hurt lock, but let him win with a spear, 1, 2, 3. And, I think they look good for Bronson. But, yeah, I like LA Knight. Yeah. So, shout out to Robert from the WWE Ringside Podcast. Thanks for writing in, bud. And we're going to move on again, guys. See, we keeping it rolling. And this one comes to us from none other than New York Cal, a.k.a. Casual Wrestling Cal, a.k.a. Perma-Fire Cal, a.k.a. Cool as Hell Cal. See, we got you a new one. You like that one, Cool as Hell Cal. So let's go to your little buddy in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, WWE Podcast and Casual Wrestling family? It's your boy New York Kyle back again.
A.k.a. Cool as Hell Kyle. That's your new nickname.
Before I get into everything, first I want to once again, like last week, call out the current WWE Podcast European Champion for a title match in the WWE 2K23.
You hear that, Alex, the French guy? He calling your ass out.
My gamer tag is KDog2805.
Hit him up.
And add me on PlayStation. I play on PS4, where I already have added my dudes, Kanye Twitty and G-Man. So with that out of the way,
let's go.
Let's talk about the biggest week of WrestleMania.
You better watch out.
Every single year.
Hold on. Watch out. French guy, Alex. He's coming for you. The European Championship. New York Kyle, a.k.a. Casual Wrestling Kyle, a.k.a. Cool as Hell Kyle, wants a match. Give him one. Let's go.
It's WrestleMania week, baby.
Woo-hoo.
And I know that the Casual Wrestling family doesn't watch NXT, or at least they aren't caught up, I should say. So I won't do NXT TakeOver. Stand and deliver predictions just to not spoil anything for them. So let's go to WrestleMania 39 predictions.
All right, let's go, New York Kyle.
WWE hasn't announced which matches are on which nights yet, so I'm not going to go through everything one by one, and you guys can say your predictions in Vegas odds like usual.
You know how we do, Kyle.
Also, I'm going to ask when I get the Intercontinental Championship triple threat match for Mr. Casual Wrestling fan to please say Gunther's name his funny way with the chop. I'm going to start from small to big.
All right, when we get to that match, I'm going to do it for you, Cal. Wake up my kids for you.
No.
Feel special.
No.
Yes.
So first up is the WrestleMania 39 Women's Showcase Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, which is Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Shotzi and Natalya versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus To Be Determined. I think, unfortunately, Warren Ronda puts me to sleep. Drowsy in her lap dog Shayna used to be something in NXT. Baszler will win.
That's funny. When you say drowsy, lousy. No, drowsy, rousy.
Something
I like that. I agree with you, Kyle. I think.
I'm not done.
Oh, go ahead.
Next up.
Nah, well, I was coming on that match.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I agree with you, Kyle. I think it's Ronda. Miss Kaiser wrestling fan thinks it's what do you say, Natty and Shotzi.
I do.
And Vegas ain't got eyes on it because the match slow. So keep going.
Next up is the WrestleMania 39 Men's Showcase 4-Way Tag Team match. Is Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. Since they want to push Montez forward and maybe start giving him some wins, I think Street Profit wins this. Next up.
All right. Well, Miss Kaiser wrestling fan.
What?
We said the Baldies.
We did.
Vegas said the Baldies.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what, buddy?
What?
Street Profits is my number 2.
Yeah, they're never bad.
That's a good pick. Let's keep going.
I wouldn't be mad.
Mm-mm.
Next up is Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control in a 6-woman tag team match. I think Becky, Lita, and Trish get the win here. Next.
I think we all think that's probably what's going to happen.
Right.
So, Vegas agrees with you. We agree with you. There it is, buddy. The oldies get one.
Next is Brock Lesnar versus Omos, which I think will only go about 5 minutes or less with Brock winning. Next up.
Good pick, buddy. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be, I don't even know what Omos does that power slam. He ain't going to do that on Brock. But yeah, Brock's going to German him about 3-4 times. He's going to F5 him probably 2-3 times. 1, 2, 3, count the lights. Let's go.
All right, next up is Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. I think Seth freaking Rollins gets the win, and this match could very well steal the show.
I agree. Seth for the win, don't you?
Yeah.
I think that's almost becoming a lock because we all saying
I
Seth.
think so too.
It's becoming a lock. So, but that's a good pick, buddy.
Next up is Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio.
Dad versus
which
son.
I think will have Dominic get the win to put him over as an even more great heel.
It's condom. I agree with you, buddy. Miss Kaiser wrestling fan going for Ray though. She think Ray going 619 his way into the Hall of Fame.
Next is Edge versus Demon King.
Hell in a
Finn
Cell.
Balor inside Hell of a Cell. I think Edge will win the end, and he'll end the feud finally.
That's 2 for Edge. That's 2v2.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because he said that, Kuzmo said that, but we saying Finn to get you in.
That's right.
Let's go. And
now,
so does Vegas, by the way.
On to the title matches. First up is Gunther defending the Intercontinental Championship against both Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, in a triple threat match.
Gunther!
The match could also steal the show, and I think Sheamus will finally become an Intercontinental Champion.
He got Sheamus for the win?
Yeah.
All right, now. In New York, now we came on here and said this was a lot. Now you saying we need to unlock it. Now, that is, you know that's the only belt Sheamus ain't won?
Oh, yeah.
That's the only belt he hasn't won in WWE's Intercontinental. Interesting. Good way to look at it, too, Kyle. Good point. Let's keep going.
Next up, Austin Theory's defending the United States Championship against John Cena. I think Theory will retain because Cena will probably put him over.
He should. Ball spot. You see John Cena back in his head? Why it look like see, I was going to say something really bad, guys. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Next up is Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's Championship against Asuka. I think Asuka wins, and maybe Bianca turns heel after the match.
He got Asuka for the win. Yeah. Okay. I can see Asuka winning, but I think Bianca's going to retain. And Asuka is a slight Vegas favorite, so good pick, buddy.
Next up is the spoiled brat that gets everything handed to her, known as Charlotte Flair.
Hold on. Whoa. Don't you dare talk about Charlotte like that.
That's what he said.
Get yourself in line, man. Let's go. I don't have to get him. Don't talk about Charlotte. Don't talk about Bianca. Don't talk about Charlotte. There it is.
Defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley.
You can talk about Rhea.
I think Rhea Ripley will win to make everyone, including me, happy except the Charlotte lovers.
He a hater, but Kyle, what's going on? I thought you was cool as hell, Kyle. What? You a Charlotte hater? You know her daddy the GOAT, right? Maybe I need to go down that line. You know her daddy the GOAT, right? You know Miss Kyle's wrestling fan don't even like Ric Flair. You know how much I be watching documentaries, she just be rolling her eyes at me, guys. So guess what, Kyle? You keep acting like that, I'm going to come see you, and I'm going to take the European Championship from you. So watch what you say. Let's go.
Next up is the Usos defending the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship against KO and Sami Zayn.
All right.
I think that KO and Sami will definitely win. And finally, our pretty unpredictable but exciting main event.
Hold on, Vegas agrees with you, and we agree with you too. We think that's a lot. KO and Sami.
Yeah, sorry. And finally, our pretty unpredictable but exciting main event, Roman Reigns defending the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Cody Rhodes. I think Roman will actually retain and not lose it until SummerSlam. That's it, everyone. I hope everybody enjoys WrestleMania weekend. Peace.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Cool as hell, Kyle. New York Kyle.
Thank you, Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle. Now, everybody keeps saying this match is so predictable. I tell you right now, Vegas got Cody Rhodes as the favorite. So it must not be all that predictable. So I can see where you're coming from, but I don't think it's that predictable to me, at least. So, well, all right, guys. Guess what? We rounding the bases for our last letter. Yeah. That's right. It's our last letter of the night, guys. And it comes to us from Jackson from Melbourne. So shout out to you, buddy. And guess what? We're going to get straight into your letter in 3, 2, 1.
Good day, Mr. and Mrs. Casual Wrestling. Jackson from Melbourne. First of all, just wanted to tell you how much I enjoy Good Morning WWE. Great weekly listen, and keep up the good work.
Hey, thank you, man. Like, we really appreciate that. We try hard, and we love you guys when y'all write in and tell us we do a good job. And keep listening, man. We're going to keep trying, right?
That's right.
Gotta love it. All right.
Just wanted to share my predictions for both nights of WrestleMania and NXT Stand and Deliver. NXT Stand and Deliver. First of all, the hosts of Stand and Deliver are pretty deadly.
Oh, God.
I think that the only reason that they are host is because they are moving up to the main roster after the main event, but didn't want to just discard them and not do anything with them until then. Johnny Gargano versus Grayson Waller.
Oh, so that's what Johnny Gargano is.
I'm predicting that Johnny goes over here, and then the Raw after Mania, Waller will come out and attack Johnny. Braun Breaker versus Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship.
Braun Breaker still champ?
If Braun isn't dethroned here, I don't think he will ever be. He should be losing here and then move on to the main roster, as there's nothing else for him in NXT.
Braun Breaker should have lost the belt about 6 months ago to a year ago, and Braun Breaker is not ready to move up, in my opinion.
Women's NXT Championship ladder match. I expect Tiffany Stratton to win here, as she is the only one here that is convincing to win, with the exception of Zoe Stark. But I also expect her and Indy Hartwell to be called up after this PLE.
Shout out to Tiffany Stratton.
Whoop. Fallon Henley and Kiana James versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. I predict that Alba and Isla win in less than 5 minutes here.
Shout out to Alba Fire.
Wesley versus Dragon Lee versus J.D. McDonough versus Ilja Dragunov versus winner of Battle Royal on NXT, I suspect Axiom. Gonna be a banger of a match. Excited to see what Dragon Lee can do, as I've never seen him wrestle. Not too sure if they'll give him the strap yet, but if they don't, I think Axiom wins, proving he wins the Battle Royal this week on NXT. Gallus versus the Creed brothers versus the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo, and the Underboss Channing Stacks Lorenzo for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
Shout out to Tony D.
Another good match, but the storyline they have built between Tony D and Stacks is just great long-term storytelling, and have put the house on them to win with recent booking.
Shout out to Tony D.
Chase U and Tyler Bate versus Schism for control of Chase U University. This match sees the in-ring debut of The Rock's daughter, Ava Raine. I expect in this match, we'll see Andre Chase about to put Joey Gacy down for the win, and then Duke Hudson finally turns on Chase U, with him taking out Andre Chase and the Schism getting the win. I think we'll also eventually see the big strong boy Tyler Bear join Chase U and regain control of the university. WrestleMania talk time.
Shout out to Andre Chase. And I just want to give you a disclaimer, buddy. We don't watch NXT, so we can't really comment. We know some of the superstars you talking about in NXT, and our standouts is Carmelo Hayes. He needs to move him up quick.
Tiffany Stratton.
She was lit. Alba Fire, go hard. Tony D, he ready. So, I ain't Big Brian Breaker fan.
Waller.
Grayson Waller, yes. Yeah. Move him up. I don't like, what's the guy? To the Moon. Cameron Grimes. I don't like him. I know a lot of people want to see him move up.
We know Chase U, though.
Andre Chase, shout out to him. He's a great gimmick. And I think that could work on WWE TV. But all right, let's keep going, buddy.
All right, WrestleMania time. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic.
Booyaka, booyaka!
Personally, this is my absolute lock for the match card. Dominic defeating Rey. I predict that either Rey will say before Mania that if I win, you lead the Judgment Day, and if you win, I'll retire. Or after ex-con Dom gets the win, Rey will come out raw after Mania and say he always knew that when his son beats him, that it's time to be retired, and then announce his retirement.
Yeah, I think it is about the last match for Rey, and that's a good way to go out. So, yeah, I think you said that about right.
Men's showcase match.
Oh, by the way, Vegas agrees with you. Miss Casual Wrestling Fan doesn't. I do. So, let's go.
Honestly, I really don't care about this match, but if Street Profits and Alpha Academy are breaking up, no point giving them the win.
Exactly.
May as well go to one of the other two teams,
exactly.
Which I think Braun and Ricochet should win.
Vegas agrees with you. Mr. and Mrs. Casual Wrestling Fan agree with you, and that could be a lot.
I've always hated Braun, but I have really enjoyed him with Ricochet, and lately, I look forward to seeing him in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Women's showcase match.
Boring.
I expect this to take place on night 1. And I heard rumors that Becky and Lita will be pulling double duty and defending the titles on night 2. I think the winner here should get that shot, which no matter who the 4th team is, unless it's an NXT team like Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, it should be Ronda and Shayna that win.
I agree. Vegas ain't got eyes on that one, but I agree with you. Miss Casual Wrestling Fan don't.
Drew versus Sheamus versus Gunther for the IC or Intercontinental Championship.
Gunther.
I heard rumors from a reputable source that Butch is reverting back to the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. So in this match, I think we'll see Sheamus about to win and then Pete Dunne take out Sheamus and the Gunther sliding in to retain. If this were to happen, I have no clue where this would leave Ridge Holland. I know a lot of people hate him, but I think he has potential. I remember seeing him for the first time on NXT UK, and just him captivating me immediately from the moment his music hit. He has the look factor, and I think he would just need a mouthpiece until he improves enough on that mic.
Guess what, buddy? Ridge the Fridge, I ain't no fan of him. Are you, bud?
No.
I am not a fan of him. I like Butch, aka Pete Dunne. I like him. I like Sheamus, but no, I'm not a fan at all of Ridge the Fridge. Like, he don't do it for me, and I don't see what people see in him. That's just me, though. I'm nobody special. I'm sorry.
You are special.
To you, my love.
Oh.
You special to me.
The Demon, Finn Balor versus the Brood Edge.
That rock.
I do hope to see
Hell in
the
a
Brood
Cell.
Edge here, with the Brood entrance at the start, then changing into the Rated R Superstar entrance music. Edge's last hurrah here in the company is people he said to WWE that he wants to work with and put over before he retires. With that being said, Finn Balor wins.
Finn for the win.
That's right.
I agree with you. Vegas agrees with you. Mr. Casual Wrestling Fan agree with you. So that's almost a lock, buddy.
Brock Lesnar versus Omos. I'm not sure if this is thinking with my heart or my brain here. And I really want to see the return of the Hurt Business with the addition of Omos. Mm-hmm. If this happens, I take Omos to win. And when he does, instead of raising your ones up in the sky for Roman Reigns, all Omosatopians shall rise up for your Nigerian giant.
So instead of doing the bloodline, we're gonna do the Judgment Day.
That's
rise
right.
up. We Damian Priest now. All right, let's go. Let's rise.
Becky, Lita, and Trish versus Damage Control.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Vegas disagrees with you. Miss Casual Wrestling Fan agrees with you. Mr. Casual Wrestling Fan does not.
All right, moving on. Becky, Lita, Trish versus Damage Control. This match is going to be a bore, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All I want is for Trish, Lita, and Becky to win this. Then Io and Kai turn on Bailey, I think he meant, after the match as she's berating them for the loss. Yeah, he meant Bailey.
Yeah, that'll work. I'll take it. Vegas agrees with you. Mr. Casual Fan agrees with you, and we think that's a lot.
Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. My God, I'm sick and tired of Bianca as a babyface.
You better watch your mouth.
I miss her in NXT when she was the EST of the NXT. And most importantly, a heel. I get the fact that she's basically the female John Cena, and they'll probably never turn her heel, but I'm sick of her. I would book this match with Asuka getting the win.
What is that?
I would book this match with Asuka getting the win, and then put out her hand to Bianca after the match, and Bianca beats her to a bloody pulp, leading her to bleed more than Moxley on a weekly basis.
Oh, really?
And then Bianca winning the title back a month or two later.
You know why I take the belt off of him? Come on now. Now, I guess what? I ain't gonna do you like that, but I'm gonna say I like Bianca, and I'm a big Bianca fan. If you heard what I said to New York Kyle, you don't talk about the Queen Charlotte Flair, and you don't talk about Bianca Belair.
That's right.
I think she is like the John Cena, and guess what? She deserves that position, and she deserves that belt. And guess what I want you to do, Jackson? Guess what? You got a week. I'm gonna give you a week. You get some homework. I'm gonna give some homework, bro.
Okay, let's do it.
Mailbag take over homework, Jackson. I want you to go home. I want you to think about it, because you've been writing this letter. Take some time. Think about who would be a better champion outside of Rhea Ripley, who's going against Charlotte Flair on Raw to be champion. You don't want to see Bailey. You don't want to see Becky. That ain't what you want to see. You don't want to see Asuka, really. You just want to see it because it ain't Bianca. But guess what? Is she better than Bianca? No. Nobody's better than Bianca right now on Raw. I think the belt where it deserved to be. So let's keep it going.
The Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Vegas agrees with you slightly, because right now Asuka is the slight favorite, and Mr. Casual Fan disagree with you.
All right, the Usos versus KO and Sami Zayn. I have no predictions how this match will play out, but I'm taking Sami to hit a haluva kick on Jay and pin him for the win.
There it is. I agree with you. Good synopsis, and that's probably exactly how the match going to end.
Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I don't think there's any choice here but Mommy winning and making Judgment Day 3 out of 3 on Mania.
There it is. I can see that happening too. Vegas agrees with you. Do we agree with him? Yeah, we agree with him. Mr. Casual Fan agree with you, but Charlotte's got a chance. Watch out.
Right. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Match I'm probably most excited about from an in-ring perspective.
It's going to be a good match.
But I'm taking Seth to win in a spot fest of a match.
Seth for the win. Vegas agrees with you. Mr. Casual Fan agree with you. That match is almost a lot.
John Cena versus Austin Theory for the U.S. Championship.
Ball spot.
I would like to see Cena win here and hold a U.S. Open Challenge on Raw, but the smarter choice here is giving Theory the moment to rub in defeating Cena at Mania. Clean it has to be, too.
Yeah, I think Austin Theory does have to. I don't know. Can Austin Theory beat John clean?
I have no idea.
That's a good way to. That's an interesting point, buddy. But there was a rumor that John was gonna win and then do an open challenge on Raw and drop it. So could be, buddy.
Cody Rhodes versus the Tribal. Oh, he did meant to say that on purpose. Sorry, guys.
He was.
Cody Rhodes versus the Tribal Queef Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Don't see how Roman could lose here. Sammy and Drew were more likely to win than Cody. I do think Cody wins the big one eventually, but they're not going to give up right before the 1,000 days.
Man, you fans keep saying it's not
Sorry
predictable.
for the language, guys.
You fans keep saying it's not predictable, but Vegas has Cody as the favorite, and not by a little bit. Like, Asuka's just a little favorite over Bianca. We talking a few points. Bianca's still a minus. If you guys know, Vegas, that means she's still a favorite, even though she's not a favorite. But Cody has a pretty sizable favorite over Roman right now in Vegas. I don't think it's as cut as dry as you guys making it. All my conversations I'm having, most people seeing it 50-50. I think Roman's going to win, and I can't disagree with how you seeing it. I think it is a Roman win, but all right. Keep going.
Also, I think at Mania, or by the end of the Raw after Mania, we will see a call-up from Cameron Grimes.
Boo!
The debut of the Switchblade Jay White and the return of Randy Orton.
All right, I'm here for Randy.
Apologies for the long email. Hope you're enjoying that drink, Mr. Catch Wrestling. And hope you both have good days and weeks. Cheers.
Shout out to Jackson from Melbourne.
Thank you, Jackson.
We did that.
That was great.
Good letter. And, and just to say, so Vegas disagreed with you on Roman winning, but we agree with you. And I don't want to see Cameron Grimes. I want to see Randy Orton, though, don't you?
Yes, please. Can we get Randy back?
And thank you so much for writing in. I want to thank all the other writers for writing in.
To every single one of you lovely people.
Mania original Mailbag Takeover Show. We want to give you guys the original feel, because I know we went out Hollywood. We became, some of the highest paid hosts right here on the WWE podcast. So, we got the Good Morning WWE going, but we want to bring you back to the roots of what we like to do, which is talk to fans, talk to our neighbors, as we call you guys on our Good Morning show, because we all neighbors, we all in the wrestling community, and everybody's voices matter here. So we want to thank you for listening. We want to make sure everybody's pumped for WrestleMania.
That's right.
Let's
get ready. Get your food and the grills ready.
We got Good Morning WWE coming up next week. I don't know how we're going to do it yet. I'm still working on some stuff, so it might be one episode. It might be Tuesday. It might be Sunday. Who knows? We'll get it out there when we can. WrestleMania is crazy. But thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
And we're going to end it like we always do.
That's right.
Because guess what? I don't care about the bloodline breaking up. I don't care what happens. You the twos, and we.
Thanks for listening to the WWE Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show. Or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE Podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.